Hello everyone, good afternoon, this is Vanguard of Valor here, and we are back yet again with something brand new for you. This is, of course, The Binding of Isaac, Wrath of the Lamb. This is the DLC added to the original Binding of Isaac by Edmund Macmillan, which is a fantastic kind of roguelike adventure game. It is pretty darn cool. Very, very bizarre, though, like most of the things Edmund does. If you've never seen a game by Edmund Macmillan, you're probably blind, because he's made quite a few of them. He's made Super Meat Boy and a variety of different Flash games as well, ranging from things like Aether and Basement Collection, which I also have shown here. And they're all pretty darn wonderful. Some of them, not the best. Some of his older games I find aren't super amazing, like Triachnid and whatnot, but still, very cool stuff by Edmund. We should definitely check it out if you haven't. Now, this game in particular is pretty cool, and I have played a heck of a lot of it. I'm just going to be playing a normal run here, because I've already beaten all the challenges. I've already gotten almost all the items collected. There's like 6 or 7 I haven't found yet in there. And I've beaten the game for all of the bosses with, I think, almost all of the characters. So I'm not too worried about doing anything in particular here. But we are going to hop in and play through a game, see what we can find, and hopefully have a nice little run. No promises I'll be able to win, because the game is very difficult, but we will do our best to make it as far as we can. So, who are we going to be playing as today? Well, let's jump into the game and actually take a look here. Well, we have 7 choices: Isaac, Magdalene, Cain, Judas, Eve, question mark, who's also called the Blue Baby, and Samson. They all have their different positive and negative elements. I'm not entirely sure who we directly want to pick, though. Might start off with Isaac, because he is the standard, and we have unlocked the D6 for him, which makes him very powerful. Originally, Isaac does not start off with an item, but after you complete a certain challenge, you find yourself with the D6, which is a very useful thing, and I'll tell you about it when we start using it. Let's jump in here with Isaac and see what we see in this area. Here we are, the Curse of the Lost. Alright, basement level 1, sounds good. We can move around, we can shoot as we run, all that stuff is well and good. We can drop bombs as well, we have 1 to begin with, and we can activate our item with space. What this does is it re-rolls items that are on the map, so I'll talk about that when we actually find one. Because we're not probably always going to want to do it, but it will be very useful in making sure that we actually have better gear to begin with. The music in-game sounds very quiet for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. I'm not sure if I can... I may fix that later. I'm not entirely sure what's causing that. Either way, though, we're going to push our way in here, see if we can't get some good stuff early on. There's another bomb, I'll take it. The hearts might be useful if we do manage to take damage, but the first level is normally not too hard. The first 2 floors are generally pretty straightforward. We should be able to clear these screaming Isaac bodies out of here without too much trouble. And this is interesting. Right here, this stone has an X mark on it. You might be able to see it right there. That means that if we destroy it, we should probably get some kind of nice reward. So we'll drop a bomb there, and we got a soul heart. These blue hearts are awesome. They're kind of like armor hearts. You equip them, and they take damage before your actual health does. That can be good for taking... protecting other things in your health bar if you have things like prayer hearts, which are awesome. And, yeah, they're pretty nice, especially because you can accumulate them over and above your normal limit, which is probably the best part about them. Oh, no, I got stuck in the corner there. That was too bad. That was a poor move to begin the episode with, but that's okay. We should be able to recover here before too long. Let's drop down and take out more of these bloody bodies. There we go. Okay, got a key, that's good. That might let us get into other interesting rooms later on, and we should be able to keep these guys locked down pretty easily, because we can just circle around, and they shouldn't do too much to pin us in. We're a little bit better maneuverable than they are, and once they lose their heads, they're not the most clever creatures. They kind of wander around randomly. These odd-colored enemies are interesting as well. They're sort of boss mobs that you can have to fight, and killing them will generally earn you some kind of reward, either a heart or a coin or a bomb or something like that. Now here's another X stone, so we're going to destroy that one. Unfortunately, we're also going to be looking for the secret room, and there's no chance really that this is the secret room. But we'll destroy it anyway, because an extra soul heart is an extra soul heart. Alright, now if you're ever playing this game and you hear about secret rooms, the thing about secret rooms is that secret rooms are always hidden in a location where you'll have 3 rooms beside them. If there are no locations on your map with 3 rooms beside them, it could be because there is the super secret room beside it, which means that there's a room that could be anywhere on the map, directly beside one of the places that has 2 rooms. It's a little bit complicated right now, but if we ever get an opportunity to look for one, we'll try. But yeah, so if we can find the secret room, you can get a bunch of nice things in it. Sometimes they have not so useful things, like some vending machines, and occasionally they just have money in them, which isn't necessarily bad, but isn't as useful some of the time, because some of the time the secret room has really powerful items in it that you can get, basically for free for finding them. those can definitely turn the tide of battle in your favor. By clearing out these poops and fires and whatnot, we can get a little bit of extra money or potentially bombs and other items like that, but odds are low. You have to be careful with the fires though, because some enemies get powered up when they touch them, and you can take damage from touching them as well. A lot of hearts lying around on this map, and not a whole lot we can do with them just yet. So we're going to keep moving around, see if we can't figure out where the secret room is likely to be, and then we'll go from there, there. Okay. Those flies aren't too dangerous, because they're not really aggressive. The bigger glowy ones are, but not the little black ones. But you can still run into them if you're not careful. Alright. There's the treasure room, so that's good. There are two places the secret room could potentially be, though, which is not great. Alright, there we go. We've cleared out the treasure room. What do we have in here? We have the poop. This is one of the worst items in the game. It's terrible. So, thankfully, we have the D6, and we can use it here to give us the better chance of finding a better item. Basically, if you have the poop item, you press space and you drop a poop. You can destroy it, and it can be an obstacle that can stop enemies moving through, but it really is not very useful. Let's hit space to randomize it. We now have... ooh, that's a cool one. Alright, well, we're going to take this for sure. This is Polyphemus, which gives us a single giant eyeball with one really high damage shot. It lowers our fire rate to the lowest possible, I believe, and I'm not sure if you can actually increase it again from this point, but it maxes out your damage. You do a lot with this thing. So once we can get our damage, or our attack speed boosted, if we even can with Polyphemus, I'm not sure if that is a possibility, we will be an absolute war machine. That's great. So now here's the thing. There are two places on this map that the secret room could possibly be, and there's a chest here we may want. We can't check all three of them. We can only do one at the moment. We can come up here into the shop and see if they have any bombs to sell us, because if they do, we might be able to get something from that, but otherwise we might be stuck here. So, it's hard to say what we should really do. This might not have bombs in it, though, so we should really try one of these two rooms. I think what we'll do is we'll come in and see if there's anything we can get of value by destroying blocks in here. Doesn't really look like it. Alright. Do we think it's on the left or on the right? Well, can't go wrong if you go right. Let's see what's in here. Is there a secret room? No! It must be on the left. Well, so much for can't go wrong if you go right. Either way, we'll come to the top here and see if we can't get in a bomb in the store. Yes, we can. It's a bit expensive, but I kind of like to get access to the secret room to begin with. So we will take our way, try the other side, and if we don't find anything there, I'll be very surprised. But we will try our luck and see what we see. The odds of it being here now are incredibly high, because this is the only other location on the map that visibly has 3 places beside it. There it is! Door opens up in the wall, we can go in this way, and it's just money. But that's okay, I believe that's a dime? There's a nickel. No, it's a nickel. So that's 5 cents. There we go. That puts us up a nice little amount of money. We might get an extra penny here from this. Nah, no such luck. But that's okay. It pays for the bomb we used to get in here, I suppose. We can come back around to the top. Is there anything in there we want to really buy? We could buy the pill, but the problem with buying pills is they can do quite nasty things to you. So I generally don't like to use them, just like the biomods in... oh, look at that. There we go. Come on. There we go. Perfect. He's got legs now. A little bit pink, but they're still good. They're still good. We could buy this, but like I said, the fact that it could have a negative effect does make me kind of hesitant to use them right away. I don't really know, though. We'll see. We might come back and buy that before we leave the floor, but we'll go down and fight the boss first. First floor bosses are generally not too difficult. They get obviously more difficult as you go, but we have a really powerful attack now, which might make this a lot easier, or more difficult if we can't hit them with it. But let's get in here and try it out. We have plenty of health, and we're fighting Monstro, which is not one of the most difficult enemies. If he's an interesting color, though... Ow! This is unfortunate. We're fighting 2 Monstros. Yes, once you have beaten the bosses a few times... Oh, come on, you hit me with one of those? That was such a long shot. Normally... Ah! This is terrible! Get away! Get away! That was this is some of the worst play I've ever done against Monstro. Possibly because I'm talking while I'm doing it. I don't normally do that. But, that's not so good. Okay, kill this guy. Get out of there. There we go. That was terrible. We got a health boost, which is nice. These are terrible food items. Dinner is dog food. Boosts our health, permanent health by 1. So if we take damage, we can heal up to 4 health again, which is nice. Very Zelda-esque. Killing a boss gives you extra hearts. But that was really bad. We should not have gotten hit that much there. That was pretty disappointing. But that's fine. We've basically cleared out this floor. We could go back and get the pill if we really wanted to, but I think I'll leave it for now. We will just drop down a floor since we can't get that chest anyway. What do we find in floor number 2? It could be the basement, it could be the cellar. If it's got spider webs, we'll be fighting a spider boss most likely. That is one of the variations that it's introduced. Yep, it's a cellar, so we're probably going to be fighting some manner of spider boss, but that should be fine. The spider enemies, though, are quite nasty. Ooh, a nickel just lying around for us to take. Rolling in the dough. And they're... Oh, that one shot me? Really? It didn't look like it was the right color to shoot. Oh well. Took a bit of damage, but that should be fine. I'd be very surprised if we actually die in the early stages, although I have been playing really badly up till now. What is in this door? This is going to be a treasure of some kind. It is the Book of Invisibility, I believe. Book of Shadows, I think. I don't want to pick it up right now. I can pick it up just to see what it does, but I'm not going to keep it, because I'm going to be randomizing again with a spacebar. This is another activatable item. At the moment, I just want to get passive boosts. Since we can randomize things with the D6 to make sure they're always good, we don't really want to be leaving the D6 behind in case we get terrible items later on down the line. Eventually, we'll probably find something worth upgrading to, but for the time being, we might as well hold on to the good things we already have. There is another soul heart over there, which we might go and pick up in a bit, but for now, we'll leave it on the ground, because if we do, we can come pick it up. If we start taking damage later, we don't lose it. This is a sacrifice room. Sometimes damaging yourself on the spikes can give you things, I believe, but I generally don't mess around with the self-sacrifice room. What is down in the other areas? I don't know the names of all these rooms, so if I use the wrong terminology... Oh, come on! Come on! There we go. That's a pretty nice shot. There we go. Ugh, if I mess up the terminology for them, hopefully you guys aren't too frustrated with me, but I will do my best. Okay. The other interesting thing about the giant eyeball attack is that it continues through enemies if it doesn't do enough, if it does more damage than it needs to kill them. So you saw how it hit him there and then continued as a smaller shot. It used up all the damage it needed to kill the spider and then kept going with the remaining damage, which is pretty cool. Now this is an arcade room, which could potentially be very valuable or very frustrating. But we're going to go in there in a minute and probably burn up all of our money to try and get nice things there. Before we do so, we'll finish off the rest of the floor so we can see what we see in this area. Oh goodness, big spiders. The upside down Isaac head spiders are a bit more dangerous than the ones we saw earlier. They move a lot faster, they hurt a lot more, but we should be able to handle them pretty easily. There we go. Get out of here. Come on now, spiders. Just die. I got giant eyeballs for you. There we go. Okay, back up to full health. I guess we should finish up the floor like I said. There's the boss, and there's a whole bunch of dead spiders. Oh, get. One of the problems with this thing firing so slow is it does get a bit tricky to aim. There we go, another bomb, so that's good. That should make it easier for us to actually have a chance at finding the bonus room. But we should find a bunch of supplies in the gambling room unless we get really unlucky. So we're going to come down here and take a look in the arcade. The arcades generally have 3 arcade machines in them. One of them is the shell game here with these 3 skulls. You walk up to him, give him a penny, and he will scramble them around with some item in reward. If you choose the correct skull, not that it really matters, you will get some of that item back. If you choose the wrong skill, you generally get a skull, you generally get a fly that comes and gets you. This here, blood donation machine, takes away half a heart on the early floors and a full heart on some of the very late floors, and gives you some money back. By using both of these together, you can sometimes play here for a long time. The Oracle machine is unfortunate. I was hoping it would have a normal slot machine. This one can give us some nice things, so if we put a penny in here, we'll either get a fortune, which doesn't do as much, soul hearts, which is amazing, so we'll grab one of those now, I guess. Or, if we put another one in here, we might be able to see it, a trinket of some kind. Oh, that was a card. That's also very good. The spades, I believe, is bombs, though, which is not useful. What these do is they double one of your items. Diamonds doubles your current money. Hearts doubles your current health. Doesn't actually double the health maximum, but doubles the actual physical health you have remaining. And clubs or spades do the bombs and the keys. I think clubs is keys and spades is bombs. We can check it right now, though. We'll just use one. It was keys. Okay, I had them backwards. Clubs is bombs, spades is keys. That's fine, though. It's not like we really lose anything for doing that. But you can also get trinkets, which give you some kind of passive boost. Can we get one? Nope. And sometimes you don't get anything from these, so that's fine. We are going to burn our money here, though, because getting some more keys and bombs early in the game can be very useful if we can actually get lucky enough to actually find them. And if we ever get hearts from this machine, we can use them on the blood donation machine to potentially get other really nice items, because, here we go. Each of these machines, potentially not the Oracle machine, have the chance of giving you very nice items. The randomizer game here can give you some pretty flies, which block incoming projectiles, and it can give you an item called Skethole, which is basically poop on your head, which makes flies not attack you, which is pretty nice. The blood donation machine has 2 rewards it can give you. One of them is called a portable IV bag, which is the unfortunate one you can get, which basically just means that you can use the blood donation machine anywhere you want. You can hit spacebar to use it, and you will donate some health in order to get some money, which isn't great. But the good one you can get is the blood bag, which just gives you an extra permanent life bar point, which is awesome. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting them anytime soon, though, because we haven't found any health in this machine, and we don't think we can actually physically get any health from the Oracle, but we can try. Nah, no such luck. Anything here? Nope. And it is really random. It doesn't really matter which skull it's in. You just pick them at random. There's a fortune there. The fortune is Wake Up. Some of the fortunes are quite eerie. It's a whole bunch more money. You can really sit in these places for a long time and gamble, which is actually a very good thing to do if you have the time. So I'll sit through it this time. Probably if we have another opportunity to use one of these, I'll just skip to the end or until we actually find something interesting, because there's really not a whole lot of reason to watch the entire time that I'm gambling, because it can take a really long time, especially if you have a lot of money and haven't had a reason to spend it in a while. A lot of keys are good, the bombs are good though. So doing this is a very profitable venture. You don't necessarily need to spend all of your money on it. Oh, look at that. Nickelback. Music, too. What do you know? Oh, Nickelback. We are going to try and get... Oh, more bombs! This is why it's so good. You can really get a lot of money if you're lucky with this. You have a 33% chance of finding a reward, and if you get a lot of them, you can absolutely get the best equipment early on in the game. We were looking for hearts, though, because we want to try and get the heart out of the blood donation machine, or this. The arcade, rather not the arcade, my words are all messed up recently. I've had such a hard time speaking for some reason recently. I used to have no problem at all, but in the last little while I've been having my words cross over and having a bunch of trouble, but that's fine. The what do you call it? Slot machine that you normally have here can potentially give you the $100 bill, which just maxes out your pennies at 99, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. This can give you something. The Oracle machine here can give you a crystal ball, which is an item you can use to, I believe, get a tarot card or something. I don't remember exactly what it does, but you can get one, I think. Okay, we're almost out of money. We'll be able to leave here soon. Come on. Oh, there's a whole bunch more hearts. We can use the blood donation machine more. Good. Make sure you... Oh, perfect! That's the right one, I think. Yeah, the blood bag. HP up. Perfect. It also gives us a lovely teeth in our eyeball. Don't ask about how that works. Okay, well, you know what? I'm actually quite happy with this. We are going to see if we can maybe get another key or something from this guy, but I'm not too picky at this point. We've gotten pretty lucky here getting the blood bag so early. Now that we have a blood bag, no other machines will give us one, but that is amazing. More keys. That's also going to be very helpful. Almost out of money here. If he gives us money back here, I'm probably just going to leave. Nope, no money back. Alright, we'll pay the rest of our coins and then we will go. It would be really nice to get a pretty fly, but I don't think it's going to happen. No. No, hang on. It's the slot machine that gives you the pretty fly. This guy just gives you the scat hole and a bunch of other random items. I am so confused recently. But like I said, I haven't played the game in a while, so hopefully you can forgive me. Now, we don't have any money to buy anything in here anymore because I just spent it all, but we do have plenty of bombs to look around for the secret rooms. There's either one here or one here. It looks like it must be over here. So let's check this room, and the odds are strong that this is where the secret item room is. No. Where could it be then? Let's see. In that case, that makes things interesting. That means if we can find this, the next room, we also know where the super secret room is, because these are both of the places where it should be, because they all have 3 borders. The other 2 places where it could be are here and... rather, here and here, because if there was a super secret room here or a super secret room here, that would make 3 bordering rooms. So, we can either try here or here, and if we find one, we'll know where the super secret room is. We can go try that. Let's try this one first, since we're here. Oh, yep, 3 pennies. You got cheapskate secret room. Hopefully the super secret room has something really good in it then. We're going to drop a bomb right on the wall here, which should let us into the super secret room. Nope. Maybe I did that wrong. Do I have to do it from this side? I'm not sure if you can actually blast your way out from there. Okay, maybe I have it wrong. I was pretty sure that was what it meant, though. There should be something in there, but apparently not. That's okay, though. We do have plenty of bombs, so wasting 2 extra is not the end of the world. We'll head down and go fight the boss, though, and then we will keep on adventuring. Hopefully we can make it a pretty far away here. We're probably going to do the whole thing in one episode, or I might split it into 2 and post them around the same time. I'm not really sure yet. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Famine, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Let's see if we can't take him out here. We have lots of damage dealing abilities, which is awesome, so he's not that scary. Sometimes these horsemen can be really nasty, but right now, he's not giving us too much of a hard time, which is pretty nice. We should be able to just pummel him down here. Eventually he'll go down. I did forget to actually get the Book of Shadows upgraded, so I'm going to have to go back and do that before we leave the area, which shouldn't be too hard. Ouch! Dang it! I was hoping I'd be able to recharge again, but the refire rate on this thing is really slow, and my dodging ability is so bad today. Jeez. We will pick up the Cube of Meat, because this is a nice little upgrade. It gives you a rotating projectile, or rather a rotating orbital that can block projectiles. We can go into the Devil Room here and see if maybe we can find something nice in there. What do we see in here? Interesting upgrades here, I believe. This one is called Whore of Babylon, which turns you into a demon when you only have 1 heart left. And I don't remember what this does. I think this is just a flat damage upgrade. But we already have max damage at the moment, or at least close to, so we're not going to worry too much about it. And this does cost permanent hearts to buy from the devil. So we have 5. If we were to buy one, we go back down to 3, which is not great. There are some things in here that are really worth buying, but I'm not convinced I need either of those two at the moment. Let's go up and check out if we can swap the Book of Shadows for something better, and if we can, we'll take it, and if not, we'll probably just leave it behind. Sometimes you can't pick up everything you find, so we'll use the D6 on it, and we get... Ooh, that's a nice one, the Dead Bird. The Dead Bird is a neat little thing, gives you like a bird pin on your head, and if you get attacked by anything, it comes to life and will fly around the room and start attacking your enemies, which is pretty cool. It gives you kind of a easier way of damaging certain enemies once you've actually been hit. Most of the time, it's not necessarily that helpful, but it can be quite nice. So let's hop down here into the 3rd floor. There are quite a few floors in this game. Quite a few floors, but we're down on floor 3, so we'll see if we can't get ourselves down to the bottom. Lots to find indeed. Okay, the catacombs. Here we are. Curse of the Labyrinth. That means that both floors... No, hang on. Curse of the Labyrinth... does it? This actually... Curse of the Labyrinth, I believe, is the one that makes your... each floor be combined. But that should say XL. I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been a while. I believe Curse of the Labyrinth, though, is the thing that means that the area is bigger by 4 tiles, come to think of it. There are a bunch of different curses you can get at the start. Curse of the Lost means that you can't remember how big the areas are. I believe... It looks like it might be the one that makes the entire place 2 floors in one. I'm not sure, though. Either way, not a big deal. We'll figure it out once we explore a little bit further, and we'll be able to go from there. Clearing out rooms does recharge your spacebar powers, so that's why that just filled up a little bit. These guys are nasty, because they sort of fire explosives around the room, but if we can keep them downsized, or at least keep them injured if they're the walking ones, they shouldn't be too bad. And it doesn't look like we're going to lose too much here from them attacking things, because we got lots of room to maneuver. There we go. Nothing got dropped in the middle here, so that's nice as well. This must be the one that's 2 floors in one. Yes, it is. So that means there are 2 treasures on this floor. Ooh, that was close. 2 treasures on this floor, and 2 bosses on this floor, which are sided. They're one after the other, so that's kind of cool. Alright. What is in this chest? Please be something good. Open. Bombs. We'll take them. Bombs are better than nothing. And we'll go into the treasure room. What's in here? The bent spoon. I think that actually makes your shots homing, and that's really good if it is. So we're going to grab it, and we will see if that's what it does. Homing shots. Amazing. They're still super ginormous, but now they will home in on our enemies, which is pretty darn sweet. So that helps compensate for the fact that they're really hard to aim. That is a really nice one. Alright. Let's get in here and just fire some homing shots in there. Will they actually home in on anybody? They're not super... Oh, come on. They're not super powerful homing, but they do home in pretty well if they get close to something. Unfortunately, in this case, they're also trying to home in on those white flies, which are basically immortal. Until you destroy the poops they're attached to, you can't actually hurt them. So like if we were to take this out, that one will become vulnerable and will get immediately killed by the dead bird for some reason. But that's okay. Let's see, they become visible and attackable once you actually destroy the poops that they're on. So we can just take this one out as well, if I can actually hit it. Come on, there we go. And that is another dead fly. Perfect. So this floor will be quite large if... Yeah, there we go. I was right. Oh, come on. Getting hit by so much stuff we don't need to get hit by. There we go. Sloppy play is what it is. But I am, like I said, trying to talk and play at the same time, which is something I've never actually done with this game, and it does take a little bit of concentration. Second treasure room has Curse of the Vampire, which is quite a nice one as well. We'll grab that. That means that every so often when you kill people, you get a little bit of health back, so that's pretty sweet. Gives you a bit of vampirism going on. And it even gives you a sweet little Widow's Peak there, which is nice. Alright, we didn't really need the D6 so far on this floor, but that's not to say we won't need it. Oh goodness. These big flies here with the stomachs underneath aren't so dangerous, but these gray heads can be nasty. These are heads of greed, and if their bullets hit you, you lose money. So you lose health as well, but your money bleeds away, which is not so great, because you generally lose it. Some of it drops on the ground, kind of like... what you call them, rings in Sonic when you get hit, but some of them are actually just lost. On the plus side, if you just stand still, they generally can't hit you because of the fact that their shots split. But if there are other enemies, or if they're trying to run into you, then it can be a bit of a problem. We should be able to just take these guys out with a couple careful, well-placed shots here, especially because we have the homing to make it a little bit easier for us. But these guys could give us a hard time. I'm trying to be careful not move as little as possible so we don't get hit and lose all our money. Ooh, that was close. That projectile might have been blocked by the meat there, which is pretty nice. Ooh, well, that was not so bad yet. Things can get a whole lot worse if we get unlucky. The low fire rate is the biggest problem we have right now. If we can boost that up, we'll be laughing. So we have homing high damage shots. Once we can hit people quicker, we will be good. Low fire rate can be a big problem if you can't actually hit anything with the shots, because then you're starting to be in trouble. Woo! You can't really compensate for these faster moving enemies as well. But this shouldn't be a problem here. There we go. There are a couple places already that could have the secret room in them, although since this is a double floor, it's a lot harder to pinpoint where it is. These are attacking fireplaces, but that's fine. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for us because we can just keep our distance and take them out safely. There we go. What is in here? We have found... Oh, goodness! Whew, exploding enemies. Those guys you have to be careful with because they will explode around themselves when they die, and there's a whole bunch of them that can fill up a lot of the room. We do get a soul heart, which is nice, and let's check this room here to see if it has a secret room in it. Does not. Alright, so that is not where the secret room is. Good to know. Let's keep moving then. What else can we find? This is a big place. A big place. And look at all those spiders. No. No spiders. I don't like you. Get out of here. Nope. How about nope and die from the horrible red tears. Purple tears. These are... I'm not colorblind. I can tell that's purple. Die. Die, die. Good. Woo, spiders. The thing about the spiders is they move very quickly and very unpredictably, so you can easily get penned in by them just swarming around you, and then you're in trouble. Okay, we're still doing fine for our actual health bar, though. We lost our soul heart again, but that's okay. Whoop! Big guy. One other thing to note about the special enemies is that they tend to hit harder. The black one probably would have hit harder than the normal flies would. Come on. Take out the greed head. Greed heads are not so dangerous on their own, like I said, but when you have a lot of other things on the field, they can make it quite dangerous for you. Come on now. Whoop! There we go, he's dead. More bombs. I could use a bomb to get that bomb, but that's a one-to-one trade, so there's no real point. Down here is probably going to lead towards the boss. These guys could be funny, actually. I'm going to see if I can leave them to kill themselves. If they run into these spikes, whoever runs onto the spikes will probably die. I don't know if they will, but if they do, it'll be pretty funny. Are you going to do it? You going to go on the spikes? Oh, they stop just before the spikes. Okay. Problem is, once we hit them, they scatter, and they become much less predictable. Their movement gets a little bit crazy, and, you know, there's a whole bunch of them instead of just one chain. But that's not too bad either. These guys shouldn't be too hard to manage. We should be able to push them back pretty easily, especially because we do have that little bit of extra homing. Come on. Stop dodging me. There we go. Extra half heart if we need it. And what's down here? This is probably our... Whoops, hello. This is an easy layout for these guys. We can just stand in the corner here and kill them. They can't do anything about us because they physically cannot hit in a straight line. There we go. You're dead. There is a troll bomb in there, which is already lit fuse. There's an even worse one called a super troll bomb, which will chase you around, but thankfully we haven't had to fight any of those yet. Oh, but it is... Ooh. Alright. These little green suckers are pretty nasty because of the fact that they can drop bombs that don't hurt their allies. Some of the enemies do, like we saw the exploding guys with bombs in their heads did damage to their allies when they exploded, but these ones don't for some reason. They can destroy some things, like environmental things, they can blow up rocks, they can blow open doors, which is pretty cool, like you can do as well with your bombs, but... Whew. Okay, what's over here? More green dudes. Not so bad when they're on their own in an open space like this. The problem is mostly when they're enclosed and there are other enemies around as well. That's the case with a lot of enemies, though. A lot of enemies aren't so bad on their own, but as soon as you add in more, then you're in trouble. The same room exactly. That's weird. That's very strange. Alright, you get out of here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's follow all the way down to the end here and see what we can find. Another green friend. He's going to try and spit acid at us, but that's fine. More of these guys. This floor is determined to bring us as many of these friends as they can give us. Alright. You're dead. Interesting. Whew. More greed heads. That's okay as well. If we can get around the corner here with our shots, we should be fine to just fire through and take them out. As long as we don't have to move around, like I've said, we'll be fine. There we go. One more shot should take him out, if I can hit him. There we go. Done. There's a heart in there we don't need. That's okay. Let's keep looking around for the bosses, then we'll go back and look for the secret rooms. We got pretty darn lucky so far as these things go, so hopefully we'll continue in the next couple of areas. Ooh, cancer. I think that's cancer. Cancer is an upgrade which I believe increases your fire rate. I'm not sure though. We can pick it up. Funny thing is, you can actually drop cancer. If it only worked like that in real life. Maybe you can't drop it now, they might have updated it, but yeah, I believe you used to be able to drop cancer. This is one of the trinkets I was talking about, though. It's a thing that you find, you pick it up, and it gives you some kind of passive benefit. Some of them are quite significant, and some of them do some weird things. Like, there's one called the Tick, which you cannot unequip once you take it, but when you go into a boss room, they start with less health. So there's a bunch of cool things that can happen with them. Oh, look at all those pills. That would be nice if we could get over there, but there's no way across. Even, you'd have to have some kind of manner of flying. The normal way you can cross like a one block gap does not work on those 2 block gaps. Alright, that's fine though. We'll know they're there if we ever manage to find something like that. I'll be very surprised if we do. Let's keep moving. Oh, careful. Alright, now if we get lucky enough to find another Horseman of the Apocalypse on this floor, then we might be able to upgrade our Cube of Meat into something a bit more powerful. The cool thing about the Cube of Meat is it is upgradable with more Cubes of Meat. The more meat you add, and you get meat from beating the Horseman, you can increase its size and make it do more things. At level 2, it goes from being a orbiting cube of meat to being orbiting head, which fires shots at enemies nearby. At level 3, it actually is a small meat boy who runs around and attacks your enemies. And at level 4, it's a large meat boy who does a lot more damage. So it's pretty cool, actually, when you get them all working. Now we need to look around for the secret room. There are 2 obvious places here and here that might have it. So let's check this one, and then we'll go up and check between those 2 treasure rooms. Looks like it's between the treasure rooms. Let's go and see what's over there. Words. Let's see what's up in this room. Is there a secret room in here? Yes. Okay, good. Secret room, 3 pennies again. Ugh. So much for getting lucky in the secret rooms, but that's okay. We did get lucky in the treasure rooms on this floor. We got some pretty nice powers. Let's get back down there and see what the boss rooms have in store. We could go in the treasure room as well, but we don't have the 15 pennies we need to be able to buy a nice item, so there's not really much of a point at the moment. We could do it, but actually, you know what we should do? We should go step on this thing a couple times. There's plenty of hearts lying around the level. We should see what happens if we do. I don't normally try it, so I don't know if anything does actually happen, but we'll see. Why not? Time to experiment is when you're going all the way live. Where do we go? Bam! Ooh! A treasure chest appeared. Pennies and bombs. Okay. We do it again? One more time? Okay, that didn't work. That just hurt us a lot. The treasure chest was interesting, though. I wasn't really expecting that. We can come back and grab some of these hearts and keep going. There may be a very high chance of me missing things like question mark blocks. By question mark blocks, I mean X blocks in these levels, because it is hard to look everywhere at all times, and sometimes you forget when you're commentating, but I'll do my best to not miss anything obvious. Whew, okay, so now it's time to go fight 2 boss fights in a row. I probably shouldn't have wasted all that health, but it was interesting to experiment with, and I had never actually gotten anything from one of those rooms before, so that was kind of cool. I can go across there if I really want to, but for now I don't think we need it. We should be able to get a bit of health from just fighting the boss. If they spawn any little minions, we should be able to generate health off of them. So let us get into the room here. There we go. Oh, we're fighting Peep, one of my least favorite bosses. One of my least favorite bosses, because he's the least predictable. Now, this is an interesting looking one. These off-color Peeps generally do strange things. This one might only jump. Nope, doesn't only jump. I don't know what he does. Ooh, the problem with Peep is his projectiles are so hard to predict. They go all over the place. And Peep's eyes start to provide lots of obstacles when they start flying around the room. Thankfully, for now, we seem to have gotten quite lucky with this, and we're not having too much trouble. Both of the eyes are free now, which means he'll die fairly soon. Another bit of a problem here is that the eyes do attract our telekinesis shots, which means that they can... Oh, been lucky here so far, haven't gotten hit yet. Come on, die, 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 die. Oh, that was good. And we got meat, too, which is a nice upgrade. I believe meat gives you health and gives you additional attack power over distance or something. It's a weird one. We'll grab it and see, though. It gives us extra health and better tiers. I'm not sure if that's fire rate or what that is. If we check here... I don't know if you can actually ever boost your fire rate once you have this upgrade. It might prevent that from happening. Either way, we do get the extra health from it, so that's a nice little item to get. Okay, next boss fight. We got through that one perfectly, which is amazing. This one is against, the Carrion Queen. This is an upgraded version of one of the normal bosses. It has a giant skull on the front, so the only way to hurt it is by attacking the back. It has the same attack pattern as Chad? Is that his name? No, I don't think it's Chad. One of the other enemies has the same attack pattern as he does. Ooh, except for the fact that you can't actually attack him from the front. If you want to try... What are you doing in there? You want to try a funny little tactic, you can drop bombs in front. He will eat them, and then it'll explode. Now that... Oh, ouch, I forgot those poops burn. I don't know what he's been eating, but apparently it hurts. So, we should be able to take those out. We have to make sure we do, otherwise we'll get a bit more trouble running into them. Ooh. Oh, come on. How did you spawn that way behind you? That was weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it definitely spawned, like, a good couple feet behind where he actually was. And now he's got... Oh, come on! The poops are just popping into existence now. You're not pooping them. They're just becoming. Doing damage to me as they pop into existence. That's hardly fair. That one wasn't even underneath him. Alright. That one doesn't either. That's weird. I don't know where these poops are coming from. We need to hit this guy hard, though, because he just get a lot harder to hit now, and you can't use the bomb trick on him at this point because he is not opening his mouth. You can hit him with bombs if you actually manage to drop them on him, but... Oh, come on! Stop it! That is really, really cheap. I do not like how the poops are just randomly appearing underneath me. There's nothing I can do about it. And hitting him is really darn hard. Thankfully, our bird is doing a bit of chipping damage at him. Oh, that was a good hit. But it does... There we go, now we got him. It does get pretty tricky to hurt him sometimes. Ow! Alright, well, dog food is an extra... What's this? You see that? Come on now, game. Play fair. Jeez. Alright. They're just popping back into existence all the time. Grab the dog food and let's get out of here. This is a crazy place. Alright. Dead. Go. We're done here. Extra health is always nice because it helps you not die. Surprise, surprise. So, we're looking pretty solid here so far. We've made it all the way down to Necropolis, floor number 1. Now, I think we're going to stop this episode here for now. We're probably going to continue, and I might post this one around the same time. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing through some of Binding of Isaac, the Wrath of the Lamb for you. If you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like on the episode. Thank you again very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.